Hello, everybody. It's July the 5th. I hope everyone that celebrates Independence Day had a wonderful day yesterday and had a chance to spend some time with family and friends. Let's go ahead and get started. There's so much going on in the news with Meghan Markle. Let's start with a disclaimer, and I just want to welcome everybody back. I appreciate all my subscribers and viewers. The full disclaimer can be found down below in the description. Okay, let's go ahead, guys. All right, let's start with this. Meghan Markle's explosive court documents have been revealed. They're saying that more details have come out in the high court, and of course, now she's crying and saying that she's been unprotected by the royal family, especially during her pregnancy. And poor little Meghan, nobody wanted to defend her with the nasty articles that came out, and she was under tremendous stress. Associated newspapers say that limited over a Mail on Sunday article that featured parts of a handwritten note. We know all about the court case and everything, but now she's named, or the court has the names of the 5 friends. They're calling them A, B, C, D, E. Tell me, guys, who do you think the 5 friends are? And are any of those friends Jessica or Marcus? Because, you know, she's fallen out with them. So what will they say? Will they say that she didn't ask them to go and speak to People magazine and talk to them about the letter that she had sent her father? All these lies. I think she's going to commit perjury, and I don't think her friends are willing to lie on the court stand for her. Would you commit perjury? I wouldn't. And just for somebody, I think all these things are going to come out, and she's trying to throw in so many extra things. Poor little Meghan. She's always playing the victim. She said the Duchess of Sussex has also denied that she felt victimized by her father and claims that she told him that she only had one father. In the court papers, Meghan wrote, Thomas says she felt she had consistently allowed him to be manipulated by the tabloid media. She didn't care about her father. She didn't even talk to him and still doesn't. She said that she expected a reasonable amount of privacy and never thought the letter would be published. Bull. We all know that she wrote that letter exactly the way she did because she thought that her father would publish it, but surprise, surprise, as we've said before, he didn't. Meghan has furthermore claimed in the documents that she suffered tremendous emotional distress and damage to her mental health. What mental health? She was always deranged. After so much media attention that her friends felt silenced by Kensington Palace, unable to defend her because they had told her, if anybody asks you anything about Meghan, you just say no comment. Meghan went against the institution from the day she walked in there. She wasn't going to listen to anybody that knew what she should be doing because the narcissistic personality disordered Meghan, in my opinion, thought she knew it all. On top of things, Meghan's now claimed that she and Harry brought in a whopping $1 billion in tourism cash. And really, and that outweighed the taxpayers' contribution. Are you looking to get a cut of that now or something? Is that what you think? Are you kidding me? The British taxpayers still paid for the security. They still paid for the royal family. You never behaved like a royal. You never belonged in that family. And that's all I'm going to say on that. All right, legal papers also stated that Meghan's a member of the royal family and does not undertake paid work. So what does she do, guys? She goes after Princess Beatrice of York, Princess Eugenie of York, and Prince Michael of Kent. She says there are several members of the royal family who undertake paid work, including these 3 people. What does she do? She drags Harry's family in on this. Harry, what are you thinking to let your wife drag your family in on a court case that she's not going to win in the first place? Beatrice and Eugenie, the daughters of Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, are not working royals and under no obligation to attend royal events, whilst Beatrice works in finance and consulting, and Eugenie is director of a young London art gallery. Court papers again say that she sent to them, Meghan felt unprotected. Meghan, you had so much security around you. Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, felt unprotected by the institution of Britain monarchy and prohibited from defending herself against the negative media coverage when she was pregnant. The UK news outlets agencies reported Thursday, citing court documents. Unbelievable. The documents, also reviewed by the Press Association and the BBC, were prepared as part of Meghan's lawsuit against the publisher of the Mail on Sunday newspaper and Mail Online website over articles that reproduced parts of the letter that the Duchess wrote to her father. She's going to be seeking the damages from the publisher for alleged misuse of private information, breach of privacy, and copyright infringement. Well, I think after these 5 friends come and testify, especially if they give different testimony, wouldn't it be something if 2 of them are Jessica and Marcus, and because they've had a falling out, are saying, yeah, she told us and she made us feel like that she wanted it out there in the news, and then what if one's the makeup artist or and the anesthetician or whoever, then maybe they say, oh no, Meghan never asked me to do this, but I felt so sorry for her because of her state of mind, and she was pregnant, and nobody was helping her. Okay, so anyway, so she says, she goes on to claim that there's a number of false and damaging articles. And, there were many times that the palace, when they knew that what the press was saying wasn't true, they did go out and support her. And they did stand up for her and say categorically these allegations or claims, articles are absolutely false. But if they think that part of it is true, they're not going to stand up and say, oh, no, this is completely false. They're not going to involve themselves in that. And she just wanted everybody to take her word for everything. So this was just about some of the allegations struck out of the upcoming court case. And I can't wait until the pandemic is over and court goes back into session and we can get started. And I don't know if the UK courts allow for videotaping. You guys let me know, because I would love to be able to see the case and see her face off against her father's. Meghan Markle has been criticized for naming Princess Eugenie, Beatrice, and Prince Michael of Kent in legal papers relating to her court case against the British newspaper. Guys, this is just completely terrible what she's done. And that Meghan's legal team named the, same thing. And as they battle with the Mail on Sunday and its publishers, Associated Newspapers continue, Meghan's lawyers singled out Beatrice, Eugenie, and Prince Michael. Guys, these are not senior working members of the royal family. They don't get paid. If they don't work, they're not going to earn a living. Meghan thinks that she should be entitled to the taxpayers' money, as well as Harry's money left to him by his mother, and also be funded by Prince Charles. She thinks she's entitled to all of this. So that's terrible if they're going to have to go and testify, especially with what's going on with her father. And I just feel so sorry for these girls. If it were me, I would be so embarrassed and, just wouldn't even want to live in the area. So anyway, that just goes on to talk about their jobs. And it says royal expert who runs a blog called Royal Musings, wrote on Twitter after these papers were released, I wish Meghan had not brought Beatrice, Eugenie, and Prince Michael into this case. They are not working royals, and they do not earn money from the royal family. And let's see. Oh, somebody said, in response to another Twitter user who told her Meghan and Harry were right to leave, she said it's a bit embarrassing and that she brought the York princesses and Prince Michael into the case. It is embarrassing. This is funny. You know how it was said that the Queen had this gesture of kind of pretending like there was something in her eye when she wanted her private secretary or the person's there to watch her, to let her know that something's getting on her nerves. This is when Meghan's hands were just going all over the place and she was just talking nonstop. And boy, the Queen was acting like she really had something in her eyes. So, Meghan Markle's tourism boost claim rejected. Of course, we know that, and it says, Mr. Smith said Meghan Markle is falling for the same spin that the royal household put out. There's no evidence at all that the monarchy ever bring money in for tourism. The the idea that her wedding brought in $1 billion is pure fiction. There just isn't any evidence to support it. It was a net loss for British taxpayers, and try and justify spending public money on her wedding by making these rather weird claims is just another sign of their entitlement. Guys, I saw this on Herroyalbanana. His name is Andrew Lawrence, and he is just hilarious. He does this little sketch where he's pretending to be Harry and kind of mimicking the speech that he gave on racism. But you got to watch him. He's just funny, and it's all about him being Harry being a puppet of Meghan's. CCN says Meghan Markle is many things, but she's not a feminist icon, in my opinion. No, I've never thought she was a feminist. Anybody that needs a man and is not fully independent but needs a man as her stepping stone and then numerous men to get what she wants, it says Meghan Markle, since she's joined the royal family, reeks of a classic gold digger. And she does. Fans consider her to be some sort of social justice feminist icon. That's her sugar fans. So Meghan Markle is an anti-feminist. Her reported actions, if true, do nothing further for the cause of women. Of course not. She only furthers the cause of Meghan. Doesn't take much to marry into money, and when you rely on your husband and his family to support you, many women have been doing that for centuries. Meghan Markle doesn't even come close to proper feminist icons such as Rosa Parks, Margaret Hamilton, and Janine Manford. Although I'm sure she believes she's cut from the same cloth. Money can buy you a lot of things, but it can't buy you class or respect. And of course, this was just as soon as Meghan was in the family, especially when she became pregnant. They talked about alarm bells were going off everywhere, and the Queen was really concerned because the royal family is known for their frugality and modesty, and they don't want to appear as wearing these lavish, expensive designer clothes, but wearing British designer clothes and that are less expensive. But oh well. Okay, says she isn't recognized as a princess, CCN, but that doesn't stop her from spending like one. We all know her spending was out of control. Again, hope everybody had a happy 4th of July, Independence Day. If you celebrate it, thank you to all of those that have been and currently are in the military. We appreciate your being there so that we can have freedom. And thank you for all you do and all the families who sacrifice so much with their loved ones being away. So this just was just something I found on there. Meghan is seeking damages, which she has said will be donated to an anti-bullying charity. Guys, do you really think it? I don't think she ever gave anything to Elephants Without Borders. I think all that money goes right back into their charitable so-called, and I use those words loosely, foundation. And then Archywell. So, and of course, we know that she's still trying to get all that approval and everything. Independent says Meghan Markle felt unprotected again. All this stuff, one article after another, that just says that poor little Meghan. And it just says that she was the subjected to false and damaging articles for the UK media, specifically by the defendant, which caused tremendous emotional stress to her mental health. She was never right in the mind. This woman is psycho from the get-go, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, this was about the friends. It says, in reference to interviews that 5 of the Duchess's friends gave to a U.S. magazine in February, the documents add, as her friends have never seen her in this state before, they were rightly concerned for Meghan's welfare, specifically as she was pregnant, unprotected by the institution, and prohibited by defending herself. Well, did her friends know that she really wasn't pregnant, that she was wearing a moonbup, and that she had a gestational surrogate, in my opinion? Or that the first time that we saw Archie was introduced to us, he looked like a fake doll? Come on, people. I want to know what your friends really know. How many of your secrets are they keeping for you, Meghan? And will you have to pay them off to keep them quiet like you did Corey and Trevor? Okay, and that's just about the preliminary hearing. This was just how the world reacted to Prince Harry and Meghan as they stepped down some of the covers of the magazines. And it just says paperwork has been filed with Companies House and the Charity Commission to formally close the Charity Sussex Royal down. But don't think it's been done yet, but it's been confirmed by Harper's Bazaar, which we know is Meghan's mouthpiece. Come on, people. They just, everything, every day. Eden Confidential, UK Mail, Home, Action, Meghan and Harry roll out movie plans as they trademark Archywell for television shows and motion pictures. Was that part of their little videos, to support Black Lives Matter and systemic racism, excuse me, sorry. And, is that what they were doing? Oh, here we go. Oh, this was so cute. archywellatmovies on Instagram. Princely puppet, the saint, not here to save the world. Oh my God, with the gestures that he was using, it was just like Meghan. I swear that I feel like he has Stockholm syndrome. And then again, archywellatmovies, the Three Musketeers, and we've got Omid Scobie, we've got Marcus Anderson, and we have Jessica Maroney. Now, I don't even know if she's still friends with Omid. Who else does she have? Just Harry. And it says all for one and one for all. And on the Arch Foundation, excuse me, Meghan, honey, do you actually think that you helped Britain make money through your wedding? Darling, let me burst your narcissistic bubble. You married the British royal family. You married our Queen's grandson, who was fifth in line to the throne. Britain would have generated the same amount of income, even if Prince Harry of UK had married a brick or a wall. Let me read you a few of these things that I've had in previous videos. If someone has a grandiose sense of self-importance, exaggerates their achievements and talents, and expects to be recognized as superior for all their achievements, they're preoccupied with fantasies of unlimited success, power, brilliance, beauty, and ideal love. Believes that he or she is special, that they're unique, and that they can only be understood by or should associate with other people that are special or of very high status. They require excessive admiration, have very strong sense of entitlement, unreasonable expectations of especially favorable treatment, of automatic compliance, is exploitative of others. They take advantage of others to achieve their own means. Well, we know who does that. Lacks empathy, is unwilling to recognize or identify with feelings and the needs of others. Oh, same thing there. Is often envious of others or believe that others are envious of him and her. Regularly shows arrogant, haughty behaviors or attitudes. Guys, in my opinion, that's Meghan Markle, and I've said it before. These are the symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder, and to me, Meghan ticks all the boxes. So thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate you watching. I hope that you will subscribe, like, and share, and set your notifications so that you'll be made aware of future videos. I'm going to keep covering these guys, and we're going to make sure, and the reason why I started this in the beginning is that Meghan's lies are exposed to the world, and that she's not able to bring the monarchy down with her lying, deceitful ways. So thank you guys. Have a great day.